Adelaide, home of the Australian Grand Prix, and the last race of the Formula One season. For many, it's a favourite.
The climate's brilliant, the weather's usually good, and people are fantastic. The whole town turns out for it, it's all taken over by it, and it's a good way of ending the season.
This year, Adelaide is something of a landmark for the team. After 6 years and 3 World Championships, Ayrton Senna is about to have his last race in the familiar red and white car. What's more, if he wins here, it'll be an historic victory.
At the moment we have 103 Grand Prix wins, same as Ferrari, which we equal in Japan. And if we do it, I mean, that will be the most successful Grand Prix in history so far. And I think that's obviously a very personal record that we would really dear to have.
I mean, Ferrari's the ultimate, really, and to sort of beat their record would definitely be something, wouldn't it? Still, we'll see. If not Ayrton, maybe Mika might be able to do it for us.
This weekend, there is also an unfamiliar car on the Adelaide circuit. It's the brand new $1 million McLaren road car, and the cream of Australian society is queuing up to try it.
Wow! What a wonderful car, the supercar, like McLaren.
With one race to go, the team can look back at a pretty successful Grand Prix season. Manager Dave Ryan remembers its ups and downs.
It's been a bit of a struggle, but we've had similar equipment to some of the other teams down the pit lane, Benetton's in fact, and it's been good. We've measured ourselves against them. At times we haven't been as competitive as we would have liked to have been, and other times we've been better than them. So yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, Mika on that wheel there. Okay, few guys, if you want...
McLaren's head of communications, Norman Howell, reflects on the year.
We did better than it could have been expected. We started off with an engine that we knew would be less powerful than the Williams with a Renault engine, in the region of 100 horsepower. We've won races. We've discovered a new driver in Mika. We've lost Senna, unfortunately. McLaren is not a team to dwell on something like that. I mean, the team ultimately has to be bigger than any of the drivers.
All victories are sweet, but some were sweeter than others.
I think without doubt winning the Monaco Grand Prix was undoubtedly one of the highest points of the year.
Probably Brazil and in Japan this year. It's good to win when you think you're not going to win.
I'd say Donington. The race at Donington was just magic. It was a team victory with a little bit of luck, but the whole team worked like a clock.
It's Friday afternoon and time for the first qualifying session. The team is beginning its preparations for a race that could put McLaren into the history books.
We're going to have 3 laps.
I have a 3-lap run and then a 4-lap run, is that correct?
A 3-lap run and then a 6-lap run. It will...
3-lap run and then a 6-lap run.
Right.
I was thinking about the wing level. Normally I wouldn't take wing away off the cab. When I look at the speed, we are so slow on the straight. The car won't go forward. So I don't know whether we should take some wing off the car.
How about this? The next step down on this wing is going to be a 6 mm gurney flap, which is going to pay for you only 1 km per hour. Which is not enough. We can put an R1 wing on only for this run and just grab it instead of tires. You get a feeling and then you decide what to do for the next run. Got 11.5 minutes from now, but we only need 9 minutes to do this run. Steve, low drag enabled. If you don't like it, then gearbox switch position 4 will turn it off.
On the street circuit of Adelaide, it is hard to overtake. On this track, the key to success is a place at the front of the grid. So here, a good qualifying performance is vital. Senna sets off at a blistering pace. There's soon a danger he will run out of fuel on the circuit, and the pit wall team decide to call him in. But his radio button is stuck on transmit. He can't hear his instructions and doesn't know why.
Come in very slow, you're running out of fuel. Why don't you talk to me on the radio? Very slow, radio stuck on. Very slow lap. Very, very slow lap.
Ironically, as he calls in vain to get orders from the pit wall, he drives the fastest lap of the day. He ends the session in pole position.
Just as well the radio button stuck. Quite useful, that. Jesus.
It's a good thing it did. You'd have told him to come in if it no, it's stuck.
Yes, you did a good job. Yeah, I think...
Senna's record-breaking lap is a powerful reminder of what the team will be losing.
It's sad. Ayrton's been with us a long time. He's certainly one of the best racing drivers I've ever come across, if not the best. And he'll be missed, particularly when he puts that yellow helmet on and gets in the car. You know that whenever that happens, the guys out there doing a fantastic job for you.
Well, it'd be very, very strange strapping somebody else in for a change. I miss him a lot. He's so professional right to the very last race, never changes. You always know where you are with him, and he's always been our trump card, really.
Never know, he may come back. But, yes, it is sad. It is sad. It is emotional. I try not to think that it'll be the last time. But,
maybe he'll appreciate us a lot more when he's driving in another team. I think there's a lot of upside to McLaren, and you really can't see that until you start to contrast it to the other way that people do things. And of course, Williams is a great team, and I'm sure he'll win races. But you can win and you can be unhappy. And I think that's why Alan Prost retired.
Dressed for the last time in the McLaren uniform, Senna joins the photograph of the drivers in this year's championship. Missing from this group is Senna's colleague, American Michael Andretti, who began the season with McLaren but was replaced in the last 3 races by Mika Häkkinen.
I was sad to see Michael go, because I'm a great believer in going for it and right until the end, and so I was sad to see him go before the end of the year, and yet I'm very pleased for Mika to come in after all the frustrating time he's had at the back of the garage waiting for his turn to come, and come in with such a very good impact. So in that way I'm very pleased for him, and I'm sure he's going to do very, very well this weekend.
Ron Dennis has yet to sign a driver to join Mika, but he's always on the lookout, even at the most unlikely occasions. Earlier, at this fashion show, he had a chance to sound out Michael Schumacher, Benetton's star driver.
The thing to do is come and talk privately one day, away from everything. See how I think.
I believe really next year we see what is our team worth.
Yeah.
If they're really a team to go for the World Championship or not. Because this year it's all developed. Now is, I think, the situation where something big has to happen to be better. If we can do this, then it's fine. If not, after this period, I think I'm in the right time to leave. But I have a contract, and as long as the team is not changed to me, I don't want to change the situation. I want to respect the contracts.
Absolutely the way to be, but at the right time.
Yeah.
Come and see, come and feel.
That's right. I'm sure I'm going to do this.
And look after yourself. Sometimes you're on the limit. You know, there's one thing that you can't replace. You know, just look after yourself. You are horrendously impressive, and.
You think there's some problem coming up for me?
No, I didn't say a problem. I said,
what does it look like?
Just look after yourself, because when you're in the car, you're controlling your own destiny. You know, and there's only you that knows where the limit is. And sometimes, from the outside, you know, just looks right on the limit. You only get one chance sometimes at that. So just look after yourself.
The new boy, Mika Häkkinen, has a tough act to follow. 5 of McLaren's previous drivers have won 9 world championships between them.
Mika's done an incredibly confident job in the 3 races that he's been driving for the team. He's obviously quick. He's matured very well as a result of the work that he's been involved with regarding the testing program this year. He's very committed. He wants it badly. He wants to succeed. Of course, we put him on an extremely long contract with the team, and I'm quite sure somewhere in the not too distant future you'll see Mika as a world champion.
Okay, what I'm going to ask you to do on this run, the entry to this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner, I'm going to stiffen your front to make the car more stable just through the turn-in phase by about 10%. The mid-corner and exit I'm going to leave exactly the same. Sounds good. Also, you're going to have the evaluation tyre, which is slightly softer than the tyre you've been running now. But it's also a tyre that we may consider racing. But I still want you to drive normally on this tyre. Tyre pressures on your last run needed to be up a little more, and I think that is your problem there, and possibly there. Clear. Remember to try your front, your roll switch, which is your front stiffness, and your gearbox switch, which is your rear stiffness, if you need some help.
Mika's lying 4th at the start of the 2nd qualifying session. Today, Mika's unlucky. His wheel hits one of Adelaide's high curbs and damages the suspension.
You lost it, went over?
That's when I came under braking.
Yeah.
High speed, left, right. I braked hard, turned in a corner, and suddenly I lost the back end. Slid backward over the curve. I stopped. The high curve is very high curve, but that's...
Okay, so it was a curve that broke the wishbone. The wishbone didn't break.
I couldn't see it, but I was surprised I lost it control at that point. Was it a...
onto the straight, was
it? It was a really high-speed chicane.
Okay. So it was... Well, start changing it anyway.
Yeah, stabilise your entry. You understand?
Yeah.
Did that have anything to do with you losing the car?
Possibly, yeah.
In the 2nd qualifying session, no one manages to beat the lap time Senna set yesterday. Given the circuit and the circumstances, he can never have won a more important pole position. It's also the first pole position for McLaren for nearly 2 years, and the first for a Ford Cosworth engine for 10.
Here we did the second day, which was the slowest day. This year we did the first day.
The right day.
The right day, so it means we learned. Yes.
We have a very difficult task in our hands because for the race we are absolutely on the maximum, and we are not allowed to make a single mistake, be a fine-tune in the setup of the car or in the strategy during the race, in the rhythm you adopt throughout the race, overtake maneuvers, tire stops. We cannot mistake at all, and therefore that's I think a lot of pressure to get everything right on the limit, to be there and still having to fight them.
Good morning, John Williams with the 9 o'clock source update on what should be a fine and mild day, although cloudy. The biggest crowd in years is tipped for today's Grand Prix. On the line from the Grand Prix office, Mike Brewer. Now here's Noel Wilson, but at the track he'll keep us up to date with the Grand Prix during the afternoon on SAFM.
A final setting up. McLaren's happy with their cars. They're doing fine. Williams Renault, a bit of a problem with suspension. It's a little bit rough on this rather bumpy track we've got here. Pole position this afternoon belongs to Ayrton Senna. Next to him, Alain Prost. Behind them, we have Damon Hill and we have Michael Schumacher. So in front, you've got two of the pros. Behind them, two of what they call the young lions fighting for a win. And they're actually 5 drivers here.
Everything is very difficult. It's tight on fuel, it's tight on brakes. It's going to be a very long and difficult race. Tight on tires as well. The tires after 20, 30 laps are going to leave very little. Going to go down in performance, and keeping the car on the circuit is going to be difficult.
It'd be nice to get a good result today. Finish second in the constructors, but in reality, if we're third, as always, you know, it won't be of great concern to me because there's only one place that I really enjoy being, and that's at the front.
Two o'clock. McLaren's bid for a place in motor racing history is delayed by a false start.
Now back to the 5-minute board. No refueling. Back to the 5-minute board, please.
One of the cars further down the grid stalled its engine. They waved the yellow flag, then another car stalled. They abandoned the start. Those cars will be pushed to the back of the grid with this start. We're on the 5-minute board. In fact, I think they're showing the 3-minute board now. The race is reduced by 1 minute.
I want another jump battery.
Prost was creeping forward as soon as he called for first. I don't know if it is deliberate or not. May have a problem.
Senna makes the most of his pole position. As part of the race strategy, he pours on the power to gain an early lead. His car is as light as possible. It has just enough fuel to last the race's 79 laps. Senna's early charge burns up fuel. He cannot keep up this pace for long, or he'll run out before the end, as he did at Silverstone.
3-1, 6-0. -1.
Giorgio has to work out how many litres of fuel will be left by the end of the race. If the result is a minus, it means there won't be enough to finish. So right from the start, Ron is concerned.
Look, at the moment we are really down to schedule, -0.2 litres. Of course, so if you multiply this for this enormous number of laps, it's going to make a bigger difference. So I think we are panicking for nothing. Yeah.
I'm not panicking. We're discussing it.
Sorry, we are discussing it.
Later in the race, Senna can drive to conserve fuel. He can also alter the engine settings to use a less rich mixture. Meanwhile, there are other key decisions to be made, like when to change tyres. Senna does not always agree with his pit wall team.
Stop 4 tyres.
He's saying no.
You are 4 seconds slower. Okay, what do you reckon? We try once more to stop him? The point is, at the moment, we have a 10-second buffer. We can stop by 10 seconds, still get out. Yeah, but he's got a lot of work to do, and we're light on fuel. With the lead, we can conserve fuel. Adjust it. No. Stop this, lad. Okay. 5.32, well done.
Mika is battling it out for 4th place. But after his tyre change, the team spotted something wrong with the car.
You calling him in? Got a problem. Got a problem.
The rear wheel was full of brake fluid, a lot of brake fluid and broken bits and pieces.
Davey, we should let's be geared to take the nose off and get the brake pressure and everything ready to go.
Ron, it's only 1 minute 20 laps. We have to understand the problem. It can only be a caliper.
Might be a loose nipple.
Coming to the pits, we're going to jack the car up. We're going to take the left rear wheel off to have a look.
One of the crossover pipes has come loose. It's not loose, it's just leaking. Tightening it doesn't fix it. Keep the foot on the brake, it still leaks. Not a problem, Ryan. Don't worry about it. We'll lay his tyre, or tell me a set of tyres to lay out. We'll have them laid out, prepared. We'll get rid of all the knickers stuff.
Okay, back to us. We are plus 0.4, sir.
With Mika out, all the attention is on Senna. He's in the lead, but a wrong decision could still cost McLaren the race. Now, strategy is everything.
I want to bring the fuel back, really positive, 20 laps on. Bring it back 3 or 4, don't worry, you know, just get the fuel back.
Okay. Now, just to show you that I'm not polemic for nothing.
Now's not the time. Let's get the fuel back in turning.
How can I tell you? I've got 1 lap plus 5, the other one minus 0.8.
Okay, I know, but let's get the fuel, whatever it says, let's go to a leaner setting and get the fuel as high as we can. Come on.
Okay, I have the information myself. We have now 1 liter more in the tank than what we should have if we were using a constant amount of fuel per lap. And I'm sure of it.
So you reckon we got 5 litres?
I reckon we've got 5 litres.
Right, Steve just confirmed that Giorgio is right on the button. 1.3 litres, exactly. Okay. Sorry.
There are only a few laps to go.
Okay, I think we can give me now mixer 1 or mixer 0.
Now's the time to start saving fuel.
We all agree mix 1, just to get mix 1 on the bottom.
Do you want to tell him on the radio without showing the board?
Yeah, take it off. Time's wrong. It's 15.8, 35.2.
Mick 1.
Now become the most successful Grand Prix team in history.
It's great, great. It's a big day for McLaren, very big day for McLaren. And Ayrton is gone, but I'm glad that we did it with Ayrton.